excuse me, jeez. The press conference for Jamel Herring, WBO junior lightweight 130-pound champion, is and Shakur Stevenson is going to be starting very soon. The fight's going to be this weekend. What time does it come on? I'll put the information down below in the description box. And let me tell you, we were talking about the Canelo Plant undercard. This undercard is some shit. Like, some shit. What up, T.Y.? What up, Kevin? Let's see here. Let's go look at this nasty thing right here, man. Press conference is going to be starting soon. Oh, shit, they're starting now.
Hall of Fame boxing promoter, Mr. Bob Arum.
Well,
my name is Mark Chinook, and it all goes down Saturday, October 23rd, just down the hall at the State Farm Arena. The WBO Junior Lightweight World Championship on the line. The champ, Jamel Semper Fi Herring, puts his belt on the line against former featherweight champion Shakur Stevenson. The undercard begins at 7:30 Eastern, featuring U.S. Olympian Troy Isley, Evander Holyfield sitting just down from me, Nico Ali Walsh, and in our co-main, undefeated junior middleweight Xander Zayas just to my left. I'm also joined by Carl Moretti, VP of Boxing Operations. Before we get to the main event, I thought it would be great to spend some time with these incredible fighters. And Carl, of course, Carl, we'll get to you later. Just relax. Sit down. Evan, I want to talk to you first, brother. Welcome to the stage. You are fighting in your hometown. Your name is well known in the sport of boxing, as well as here in Atlanta. What does it mean to you to be on this card with ESPN?
It means absolutely the world for me to be able to fight in my hometown. This is my second time fighting in Atlanta. The first time wasn't as big because, you know, with the whole COVID and everything. But just glad to have the opportunity to be able to fight, especially with the Hawks play and stuff like that. Just be able to be around the atmosphere and stuff like that.
2 years now as a pro. What can we expect Saturday night? A little different that we've seen previously.
You know, just going through the procedures. You know, it's boxing. Hit and not get hit. Do what it takes to win, whether it's to fight or box. You know what I mean?
You get any good pointers from Dad?
Of course. You know, my dad always tells me to train my hardest. Been real focused this training camp and just ready to go to work.
I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but we're in your hometown. It's an pretty incredible card, huge main event. It's got to be, like kid in a candy store, because I'm like a kid in a candy store, and here I'm sitting with you guys talking about what's about to go down.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely like a kid in a candy store. Just being around all these people, all this talent, it's an honor. We got Xander Zayas, like you said. We got Shakur Stevenson, Jamel Herring, and we got Nico Ali. It's nothing but greatness around here.
Speaking of Nico Ali, from one incredible name in boxing to another, the grandson of the great Muhammad Ali. Nico, you're now joining us for your second professional fight.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Yes. You spent a little time at the Olympic torch that your grandfather lit for the Olympics. What does that mean to you? What's that experience like? I can't imagine walking over to the park and being there and knowing that your grandfather kicked off the Olympics here in Atlanta.
I mean, it was amazing. It was a very important.
I'm tired of this Ali Walsh dude already, bro.
I'd say for the world, that moment in time, him lighting the torch was a very special moment, I would say, for everybody. But it was really amazing. It was pretty emotional, I would say, seeing the torch in person, and yeah, it was an amazing experience.
This is your second pro fight, as I mentioned. What has changed for you getting that first one out of the way? Because I know there's a lot of preparation, there's a lot of nerves, anxiety, making your pro debut. It's now just your second fight, but what feels different for you?
All the greats have said that the first fight is always the hardest. The greats that I've spoken with, and the first fight's out of the way, so it's all fun from here on out. You know, I love boxing. This is my passion. I'm looking to continue my grandfather's legacy and create my own in doing so. So it's all up. It's all downhill from here, I would say, and I'm really looking forward to this fight.
I would agree. After the first fight with my wife, it got easier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say so. After that, you get used to it.
You do. You get used to it. You get used to it. You know, a few black eyes, but you move on. What changes have you made? I know it's only your second fight.
That's
What
no good.
changes
That's
have you made
domestic
since your
violence.
first fight? Sugar Hill is in your corner. After the first fight, was there anything specific that he said, hey, let's do this, and you worked on that in camp?
Yeah, you know, I have the greatest people in my corner. I have Sugar Hill Stewart. Obviously, he's coming off a great win with Tyson. And I have BB Hudson, so I'm very happy with the corner that I have. And if I could build off anything from my pro debut, it would be, you know, more of a jab, I would say, a cleaner right hand. There's obviously so much I could fix being my first fight out. So I love learning. So I love learning from those guys. So
He ain't worse than Campbell Hatton.
Hopefully I'll show it on Saturday.
I want to thank both of you for spending time with us today. Both incredibly well-spoken, and the sport is lucky to have you. I'm going to turn left over here to Xander Zayas. He is the undefeated Puerto Rican sensation, junior middleweight. It's your first fight on the ESPN network. It's your first co-feature. What does that mean to you?
I want to thank Top Rank, my team. I'm grateful to be here. It's just an amazing experience. A 19-year-old making my ESPN debut. It feels good. I'm ready to go, and come Saturday night, I will show it.
Do you feel any different this week because of possibly the pressure or the nerves, this high-profile platform, in comparison to past weeks?
No, not at all. I like to have fun. We keep it simple. You know, do the final touches, cut weight, and just keep smiling to the camera. That's all I have to do.
Speaking of smiling at the camera, that last fight you had, you gave a little snarl to the camera, which has gone viral, and I know our photographer Mikey captured a pretty cool thing. Was that planned, or did that just come out?
That just came out. I wasn't planning on it. It was just at the moment I caught him, I dropped him, and it was just like
It might be your new thing. It might be.
Now this guy's pretty good. Xander Zayas, he's pretty good to me.
Last fight, it was just 6
Got some
weeks.
potential.
You know, that's not a long time ago. You were
Forced to go the distance. Any big lessons or takeaways from that fight that we're going to see Saturday night?
yes.
What up, Marquise? I thought about going, but
again,
nah.
my coach Javier Centeno, my dad Orlando Garcia, we've made the adjustments. We've worked through everything that we needed to work on. We watched the fight over and over again, see what we did right, see what we did wrong, and come Saturday night,
That ain't no damn Lou.
we trust to.
That's Carl Moretti.
Thank you so much. What do you think about the main event this weekend?
Well, the main event is a great dance. You got two great boxers going toe to toe, and I just wish the best man win.
Thank you for spending time
Thank
with
you.
us as well. Carl, these three guys, what do you make of these three incredible young men?
And yes, Lou DiBella did put on a lot of fucking weight too.
Younger than us. Who I'd like
Me
to-
as well. I'm fat as
I
shit.
was in Atlanta for a fight. Evan's dad fought Burt Cooper. And that didn't exactly
I'm approaching
go
3
well.
bills.
Thanks to my second family at main events. I'd like to thank Evan for wearing a shirt for Bob Arum. That's perfect. Nico, you know, he understands what he's out there with. You know, I wouldn't call it pressure. Pressure is not getting up and training for a fight. You know, these guys have to do their road work and all their training, and as long as they do that, then they should welcome the pressure. But he's improved and dealing with everything so far so good. And Xander is exactly what we thought, you know, and I just look for improvement every fight, and it's full steam ahead until we see something different, and we expect that.
Microphones on the seats behind you, and the three of you are going to come down front here for a few quick photos, and then we're going to bring up our main event.
Thank
Yo.
you so much for spending time with us today, Gardy.
Yeah, I'm 6'3". 6'2.5". But yo, this is the undercard. It's like, bro. No, I'm about to 270. But yo, this is like some bullshit. You know, I'm sorry. See, I have a system. Basically, how it goes is, or I like to keep it like that. Once I cover a fighter once, then I continue to cover them. None of these guys are in my rotation. Like, I'm not covering none of these guys. They ain't make it yet. And Xander Zayas is getting close, you know, but I'm not, no way. No way. They ain't make it yet. And I'm not going to be adding no Nico Ali. Oh shit. I did cover Nico Ali Walsh from the last fight. Damn. I wonder what the ratings were. I don't remember. Well, fuck that. I'm not covering it this weekend. But Zayas is getting close to hey, what was that, bro? But Zayas is getting close to getting every fight coverage. He's getting there now. Remember, and I always talk about it, but remember when like the top ranked girls used to like basically wear like under like, you know, like the top ranked suits, but like their vaginas would be like hanging out? Why did they stop that? I'm not with all these fully clothed. Let me shut up before I get canceled. The last thing I need in my life right now. Locker room talk. Locker room talk. But yeah, man, I'm not with all these fully clothed ring girls, bro. Like, come on, man. Fuck that. But yeah, one thing though. Oh wait, they're about to bring the main event up. But one thing for sure though, we got some nice cards coming up. Oh, and I think Dylan White faked that fucking shoulder injury, bro. I got to do a video to roast his ass. He might get a stream. Well, yeah, because their vaginas were hanging out. But yo, go look at some of them. Let me shut up.
Dive right in. We've been waiting for this one for a long time. Shakur, grab a mic. I want to start with you. What does this opportunity mean to you? You're 2 days away from potentially becoming a two-weight world champ.
I mean, it means everything to me. I feel like this is my first time actually getting to go against a champion, and being able to take a champion belt gonna mean a lot to me. So I can't wait to hear them say and to know.
We're in Atlanta. The energy here is outstanding, champ. Great to see you. Thanks for joining us. The odds makers have you an 8-1 underdog. I don't know.
I want to see the motherfucking paperwork on Dylan White.
You've been here before, though.
You've been the underdog. You've defended the title, and you've won. Does that give you an extra little boost, a little extra motivation?
Yeah, of course. Like, it just plays to my story. My story. I've always been an underdog, not just in boxing, but just in life. So I don't really get into the odds making thing, because like I said, I'm not a gambler anyway. But it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all.
Shakur, I want to come back to you because there's been a lot of talk back and forth, and you've said on multiple occasions you don't care for him. Is it simply because he has the belt, or is this personal for you?
Definitely not personal. It's all business at the end of the day. I don't.
Chinook getting his Brian Custer on.
Like, he's not my friend. Like, I ain't got no care for him. I ain't hit him up and say, "Oh, let's fight," or we ain't had no conversations or nothing like that. Like, I don't talk to Jamel Herring outside of boxing.
Jamel, has this back and forth chatter gotten to you at all?
No. Like I said, it's not personal. It's just business, and we're just building a fight. That's all it is to me. Like, you know, I've heard worse. I've been through worse. So no, I don't take it personal. Like I said, we're just two top competitors in the division. You know, trying to prove who's the best.
Shakur, you're close to his camp. You know, you're friends with Bud. Does that give you any kind of insight on what to expect? You know, because it's known that you guys are buddies. You know his trainer. Does that give you anything over there?
Oh, it's gonna feel real good beating the whole team. I can't wait to go against Bo Mack and Red, and it's not just Jamel that I'm fighting. So at the end of the day, I gotta beat him and Bo Mack and Red. It's gonna feel good doing that.
I see Bo smiling over there against the wall, nodding. Jamel, you know, you've got a great family over there. You know, it's well known with Bud and Bo. How excited are you for Saturday night? This has got to be.
This is a really good fight.
Forward to for a long time.
Like you said, that's family over there. You know, that's family. That's family. Without them, I wouldn't be here at all. And I give them all the respect in the world. And you know, we're missing a few. We're missing a few of the family. Like Ray said, we're missing like guys like Bernie the boxer and Saul in the game. But no, it's great because I get the chance again to compete on a high level against another great opponent. So, you know, just to cement my own legacy in boxing, you know, that says a lot, and I owe it to those guys over there.
Shakur, you were criticized, you know, quite a bit after the last fight with Nakatia. Do you feel like you got to knock him out?
Definitely not. At the end of the day, it's an elite level fight, championship level fight. You can't judge me off of one fight when I perform time and time. I can't sit there and say, oh, I'm going in there looking for a knockout. But if he slip up and make any mistakes, I'm going to capitalize.
Champ, does this one feel any different defending this time around? Does it feel different?
No. It just feels like again another high elite level fight in a great a loaded, talented division. So for me, we just take it one fight at a time. We put all personal feelings to the side, and we just go to work and do what we got to do.
It's going to be a battle. It's going to be an all-out war without question. Carl, what's your thought on Saturday night? Because Top Rank's obviously been working on this one for quite some time, and here we are 2 days away.
Well, 2 weeks ago we had Fury and Wilder. We saw what that was. And then last week we had Joet Gonzalez and Navarrete. We saw what that was. This week we have two southpaws who can box, their ass off. But at some point they're going to have to sit down and fight. They say you're only as good as your last fight. Jamel's last fight, he literally knocked Carl Frampton into retirement. Shakur's last fight, he fought a guy that came over who didn't want to fight, and he just stood there. And everybody jumped on Shakur because of him. And the guy just survived from round one, and he wasn't going to engage from the start. I don't think you're going to see that Saturday night. I think at some point you're going to see what the last 2 weeks have brought. And when that happens, I don't know. Just get ready for it.
Shakur, do you agree with that?
Disagree with everything he just said. He said something about judging people off their last fight, and if that's the case, why did Jamel go in there with Frampton and beat him up? His fight before that, he fought a Kendo and looked not that good to me.
No, I think, but he was saying the last fight, the guy you were fighting didn't want to fight, and that's why you were unfairly criticized.
He came to fight. He came to fight. At the end of the day, you got to respect him as a man. He brung his right hand. He was looking for a big right hand. He came to fight, but he just couldn't deal with what was going on in the ring.
This is a pretty special city. I love coming to Atlanta. What's it mean for you to defend here?
Atlanta's cool. Like, I got family out here. I do have family out here. My sons live out here as well. So, I mean,
what the fuck are they talking about, man?
And it's an honor.
Jeez.
It's an honor just to be fighting in the State Farm Arena because it's not known for boxing and a lot of big fights coming into town. So whenever you can bring a special fight to a certain city, that's always a great thing.
So I joined the boxing circle about 3 years ago. And, I follow everybody on social media. And social media in boxing can tend to go a little askew, to be polite. I respect you for your presence on social. You've never really dived in. You and your family have always taken the high road.
I don't know about Jen.
No, but in all honesty, you've always been very respectful of the sport, the game of boxing on social media. We talk about family and what it means to not only go overseas and serve. Thank you very much, by the way, for your service. But your respect of the sport, I think, is respected in the sport. Can you talk about that for a little bit? Because, not to reference anybody else, but just recently I've got more followers than you. Seems to have gone viral in the sport of boxing, right? But here we are. Big night, huge night. And, you're so well respected. What does that mean to you, knowing that the sport of boxing respects who you are, not only as a boxer, but as a man?
I mean, it means a lot because at the end of the day, boxing has done great things for me, not only in the ring, but outside of the ring. So I always feel like I owe a great deal of respect to boxing. But in terms of like this whole new thing where fighters are out there, putting, trying to make fights due to social media and what they should get and yada yada yada. It don't mean nothing because like right now you have a big fight and we didn't argue about who has the bigger follower, the bigger draw and such and so. I believe in the old school method, just putting on great fights that people will talk about for years to come. And at the end of the day, I'm just happy just to be a part of something special. So that's why, I always show a lot of tremendous respect to boxing. I do my own little commentating on Twitter or whatever. So, but yeah, because I just love the sport.
Tiana has more followers than all of us anyway, so it doesn't matter. I did put out a little poll on my Twitter. I asked people, I said, hey, I get the privilege of hosting these press conferences all the time. If you could, what would you ask either of these guys? And one question that popped out on me on Twitter was, do you think your opponent would have made a good Marine?
Do I think he would have made a good Marine? I don't know. Because like I said, I want
to stop fucking Mark Chinook for these dumbass questions, man. I'm pissed.
I was the worst.
I could be getting some sex or something right now.
Nothing the way I am today, but it just, like I said, the Marine Corps just builds character over time.
No, I wouldn't.
So
No, I wouldn't.
Answer that question, but, I mean, he probably would have turned out a good Marine. You know, I rarely see anyone.
I'm out of here. See you guys later. I'll be back.
But yeah,
I'm watching this.
Marines over time, it takes time to grow and develop.
It's funny you mentioned the word character in your response, because that's what I wanted to come to Carl with next. Two incredible fighters in the top-ranked stable, both with incredible character. What does it mean for the organization knowing that one of these guys has to lose on Saturday night? Well, God forbid we get a draw, but, you know, somebody walks away with a loss.
Well, they go away with a loss on their record, but the bigger picture, there's no losses with these two guys, especially Jamel. You know, what he's been through, what he represents. Shakur's a lot younger, where he came from, where he's at right now. I mean, I live next to Newark. I see it every day, what the inspiration he is for young kids. Saturday night is an athletic contest, and it's over. The bigger picture is what they do for everything else, and these two guys do it pretty well.
Shakur, you just mentioned younger and Newark and, you know, inspirational. Those are three big words coming out of Carl's mouth about you. What does it mean to you to represent Newark and that young generation that looks up to you back home?
It means everything to me to represent my city. I feel like everything I do is for them. I came from there. That's what brought me up. Like I said, I put it on my trunks every fight. Every fight you see Nook on me. You see me shout out my city. I love my city. I'm going to keep grinding and keep trying to show the up-and-coming people that's coming up in there that is better than what they see every day. So I feel like it means everything to me.
What are we going to see Saturday night?
You're going to see a special night. I feel like you're going to see my homecoming, my coming out party. I feel like it's going to be a great night. He said he's going to spoil you the party, so let's see if he could do it.
Champ, any message to your fans out there before we wrap up today?
Semper Fi, hoorah.
All right, listen, let's get you to your first official face-off of the week. Shakur, leave your mic on your chair. Same with you, Champ. This is it, everybody. We've been waiting for this one for a long time. Saturday, October 23rd, State Farm Arena here in Atlanta, Georgia. The WBO Junior Lightweight Championship of the World is on the line. The champ, Jamel Semper Fi Herring, taking on the former featherweight champ, Shakur Stevenson. You do not want to miss this one. Saturday, October 23rd, State Farm Arena here in Atlanta, Georgia. Jamel Semper Fi Herring, Shakur Stevenson for the WBO Junior Lightweight Championship of the World. As always, this is boxing, this is Top Rank, and we will see you tomorrow.
Listen, he may be a cool guy, you know, and all, but Mark Chinook is on my shit list. He just had a whole fucking love fest with Jamel Herring and then asked Shakur, what, one question? Make me sick.
There you go, man. There you go. Be rocking back and forth. Be nervous. Be nervous, Mel. Hey, go back. I'm used to this. Hey, be rocking back and forth. Hey, he nervous. He don't want to look you in your eyes. Look at him. Look at him. He looks great, Mel. He looks great, Mel. First in the line, bro.
I do this to all your fighters. Go, man. I do this to all your fighters. Hey, I do this to all your fighters.
He just called out Terrence Crawford. He said he'll do that to Terrence Crawford. You heard him? He said he'll do that to Amir Khan. Oh, don't touch the belt. Get your ass out of here, Mark Chinook. I'm sick of him.
Come and touch it now. Come and touch it now. I touch it. What you talking about? Get a belt to Pop-Pop, Bo-Man. Hey, Bo-Man, make sure you hand that belt to Pop-Pop, all right? Last weekend, get his belt to the trainer again. It's your last night with a belt. I'm going into retirement. I'm going into retirement. I'm going into retirement.
Jeez. Oh, man, that was, you know, at least the ending saved it. You know, I'm not doing this shit for my health. You know, press conferences are supposed to sell fights, and Mark Chinook need to get his shit together. Now, if Brian Custer was up there, we would have got the goods. By the way, Brian Custer is working for ESPN, so I'm saying, too. So I'm saying maybe he can do Showtime in ESPN. But anyway, see, it's hard not to pick Shakur Stevenson, you know? But I'm telling you right now, my heart really saying Jamel Herring going to put on a boxing lesson. Shakur is not a pressure fighter. He's a boxer, you know? And what I've seen from Jamel Herring, he's gotten a lot better over the years now. There was the Jonathan Aquindo thing. You know, social media whooped his ass, like, and him and his wife. You know, people were like, I forgot how that went. Basically, he quit, didn't he? You know, I forgot exactly how it went. You know, but wasn't that what people were saying, like he quit? I think I felt the same way. I watched it live, but I don't remember. I told you my memory's shit. But, you know, the undercut, I mean, the good thing is, listen, if you got some other shit to do on Saturday, I don't know, it's no other card this weekend, no. You know, so you can just not watch the undercard. That's how I'm going to treat, I'm going to be watching UFC. That's how I'm going to treat the Canelo versus Plant undercard. I'm not going to watch that shit. You think? No way. Andre Durrell versus a Marcos Hernandez? And no way. I've been doing this YouTube shit for a long time. At certain fights now, I'm like, yo, I'm going to make sure I'm watching UFC that night. But here's the issue I have. Let me pull up these rankings real quick on my beautiful website, FightView360.com, before we get up out of here. We got a little bit of time left. So here's the issue that I have. Let's see, are we here? Bob Arum, basically, and Top Rank, they're trying to put together Emmanuel Navarrete moving up from 126 to take on Oscar Valdez next. But in my opinion, the winner of Herring versus Stevenson should fight Valdez next. Now, I wonder whose decision that is. Is it, you know, Valdez's decision? Like, you know what? I mean, and also you have to think it is a Mexican clash. So Valdez versus Navarrete would likely sell more than Valdez versus a Stevenson or you know, a Herring. So I'm guessing the winner of Herring versus Stevenson is going to have, you know, like look at the 130-pound division as a whole, though. Look, you're going to have Gutierrez versus Colbert for the actual WBA title, the only title. Tank Davis vacated his belt, you know, but we knew he was never going back down to 130. They still haven't sorted out this IBF situation with Rakhimov versus who? Is it going to be Rakhimov versus this Fuzio guy now? Because it was supposed to be Rakhimov versus Ogawa. I haven't been keeping up with it. But it's a division, if you really, really look at it, unless Colbert wins against Gutierrez and decides to play hardball, you know, this is a division that can be, that in the grand scheme, we can have an undisputed champion by the end of next year if they do it right. Stop fucking around. So it's going to be interesting to see where the winner is going to go after that. But overall, I'm interested in the fight. I can't wait for the fight. As far as the undercard's concerned, it's Xander Zayas, Nico Ali Walsh, and my gosh, you know, they need to tone down them. His first fight, I did cover it. And I remember watching the broadcast. It's like, yo, like, why do they keep showing this dude? You know, it had to be at least, 30 minutes of airtime they gave to him, you know, along with his fight. Like, bro. Yeah, I'm not, you know, Porter, you know, I mean, promoters know this. It's no secret in boxing, you know, that, you know, promoters are hesitant to put black fighters against black fighters. You know, they always like to have an Hispanic or something like that, somebody with a, you know, like, you know, usually that's how they do it. PBC is known for it. And it's like, it's been going on, you know, for years, like throughout, you know, boxing. But in this case, I thought that Herring versus Stevenson would be doing a little better in ticket sales. And maybe it's because of baseball. You know, maybe the walk-up's going to be good. But Shakur Stevenson is not like really like known, you know. He's still just getting there. And what is he, about 24 right now? 25? Yeah, I don't want to see no more Nico Ali Walsh, you know, but I do think that, well, you know, I don't know. I'm kind of hesitant on, you know, if Crawford versus Porter is going to be like a success. I'm predicting 300,000 pay-per-view buys. Remember, Bud has shown twice now that he can't sell pay-per-views for nothing. You know, he can bring in good ratings. You know, he can fill seats for arenas. But when it comes to pay-per-view, he can't move shit. But also the people he fought on pay-per-view wasn't really like, Victor Postol was known in hardcore boxing circles, but wasn't a name where it's like Crawford fighting Postol. Oh shit, on pay-per-view. Oh shit, you know? And Amir Khan, it's like, what were they thinking with that? Like, Amir Khan name didn't hold no weight. And as I said before, I've been exposed Amir Khan, you know, like that Khan Army shit always been fake. Remember, you used to always hear those people talking, oh, Khan can have all the Iron Sheiks and you know, the Arabs, you know, Khan can fight on a small yacht in front of a closed crowd and people would pay $30 billion. Like, bro, I knew that shit was fake. Khan fans never showed up. They never rode for him. Fake ass Khan Army. Anyway, apologies for my rant. But yeah, that Khan shit was a fraud. Like, motherfucking Khan Army, my ass. So yeah, let me get up out of here because we're going to be back at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's 1:30 now for a press conference that's guaranteed to be good. It's going to be Tank Davis versus Rolly Romero. That's at 4 p.m. today in 2.5 hours. That's going to be some shit. You know, they say Rolly's a little, how they say it? Like, you know, like a little touched, you know? And what I learned about Tank Davis is when he gets mad or, you know, passionate, like he starts talking like his words, like he don't slur his words. He starts talking like straight clear, kind of like Canelo. Like when he speak perfect English when he's pissed off, like Tank like that. He start talking regular and shit. My motherfuckers get under his skin. So I'm hype. I'm looking forward to it. So that's going to be in 2.5 hours. I'm getting up out of here. I will be back. It starts at 4 p.m. Let me make sure. Check real quick. Make sure I got the time right. 4 p.m. Eastern. Ooh. Also, I had some more news for you, and I forgot. Something else is going on. Damn, I forgot. Oh, well, fuck it. I'm up out of here, guys. I'm Teacher Controversy with Fight View 360. See you guys in a couple.